Hi guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. So I want to speak to you today about the New Age deception, but in particular a really disturbing report that is coming out against the New Age guru Mooji. You know, very, very popular in New Age pseudo-spiritual scenes where everything's love and light, everything's peace and happiness. And what's happened is he is getting multiple reports against him, people coming out saying that he's sleeping with women there, multiple different partners, people were feeling trapped, bullied, there's a lot of mind control going on, even exorcisms, really weird, perverted and distorted stuff going on there. This made me think, because I'm seeing this all over at the moment. There seems to be a lot of this stuff being exposed now. There's more and more of these New Age cults popping up, but at the same time being exposed. And this has really inspired me to do this video, because the worrying thing with this Mooji thing, what's really disturbing in these cults is that he's actually managed to get people to kiss his feet, to sing songs with his name in that are worshipping him. People give their power away too easily. You know, we do it with politicians. They've only got to say, we're going to change this for you, and people are rushing and thinking that they're great, and what happens? Then the next thing they go back on their word. And it's the same constant throughout human history. We keep giving our power away too easily. We're not showing any discernment. We're going with what feels good. And let me tell you, what feels good doesn't always make it true. And this is how they're getting people on this New Age spiritual scene, because they know that there's a spiritual awakening. They know people are starting to realise they're more than just human beings. And on the one hand, that's a fantastic thing. That's a great thing that people are doing that. But what they've done is they've mapped out these different cul-de-sacs where people are getting stuck and trapped. And we know, and if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I speak about this a lot. There's so many distorted ideologies in the New Age, things like ignore the negative, never get angry about anything, just accept. If something bad happens, it's someone's karma. You know, if they get bombed, then it's their karma. So a lot of these ideologies are thrown in there because they throw in some truths, but they have to put in the lies as well to deceive people. And I'm just really appealing to people in this scene. And I'm not in this scene at all. I can't stand it. I don't have a scene. I will not give my power away to anyone. When you're blindly listening and blindly following whatever anyone says, just on the basis that it's making you feel good, then you're in trouble. And I actually like it when people question what I do, because that shows me that that person is showing discernment. They're not just going with what I'm saying. They're thinking about it. How does it feel? How is it coming across? That's how we need to start discerning things. You know, how many times do we have to give our power away to a politician and we get let down? We've got all these celebrity spiritual truthers out there now, like Russell Brand and Jim Carrey, that are controlled oppositions. You know, oh, it's all love, we're all one. You know, these are buzzwords. We're attached to these buzzwords and we can't let go of them. You know, these puppets or wolves in sheep clothing, or people that say they're working for love and for truth and are deceiving people. These people are bad. They're taking advantage of their positions of power, and what they're doing is very wrong. And what a lot of these New Age gurus are doing is they're preying on people's vulnerability and traumas, because a lot of people that are attracted to the New Age and its teachings have been through a lot of trauma, because the clever thing that they've done with it is they've made it all very fluffy and light, and it's unicorns and everything's love, and just ignore anything that's happened. Just ignore the abuse that you went through as a child. You know, just think of love, just focus on love. So of course I understand why people are drawn to that, because they've had a lifetime full of trauma. This planet is difficult enough as it is. So if someone comes along and says everything's love, believe me, everything's light, don't listen to your mind. It's your ego, all this stuff. But we have to remember that this reality is based on deception, and by deceiving they get us to toe the line wherever they want us to go. Things like Pleiadians, Galactic Federation of Light, and a lot of these things that sound very nice. You know, these beings that are going to come down and just magically save us with their magic wands and wipe out all of human history and make everything better for us. Guys, it's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. You need to snap out of the hypnotic state that you found yourself in. There is manipulation going on. There is a control system based on deception, and we are not going to move any further forward. We are not going to evolve unless we start thinking for ourselves, critically thinking, question everything I'm saying, question everything you hear. How is that person's energy? How do they feel? Who does he associate with? You know, ask these questions to yourself, and then it becomes second nature. Discernment is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it's not going to work properly. And that's the problem. We've been so disconnected from this muscle of discernment, we've forgotten how to use it. We need to reconnect with that word. We need to fall in love, not with people that tell us that everything's love. We need to fall in love with the word discernment, because otherwise we're going to keep falling into these traps and we're not going to move any further forward. And what's happened with this Mooji cult really just underpins everything I've been seeing and hearing for the last couple of years. People in the positions of power taking advantage of people because they're not showing any discernment.